Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to identify Clogmia albipunctata, or the bathroom mothfly, from photos. This diagnosis works throughout the United States and Canada, and may also work in the rest of the world, although we're not sure. This family, Psychotidae, or the mothflies, is rather understudied throughout the world, and in this notes document we actually have a few slides of notes which include certain diagnoses for different genera, species, and here it actually splits off into even more tables that are distinctive in these things. But as you can see, there's a lot of information missing here. There's a lot more species that we don't know about, and probably lots of undescribed species. So the bathroom mothfly can be recognized through these two distinctive features. First, we want to make sure that there are two black spots in the center of the wing. You can see over here, on each wing, there are these two spots. The second thing, we want to make sure that the wing is wide and round. And I'll show you some examples of other species in a minute that are not wide or round. So we can see the tip of the wing is rather round, and at the midpoint is much wider than other species. Now, some other things that we can look at are the thorax color and the antennae. In some species in the US, the thorax will be, completely black, maybe centrally black. It could be white. In the bathroom mothfly, the thorax is almost always centrally brownish or dark gray, and the antennae are always gray. And as you can see, on basically the apex of each vein on the wing, there is this white spotting, and that is also restricted to this species and perhaps a few other species. We can hop right into some examples now. First off, we have this beautiful specimen. Now, if we look, the wings are actually completely dark, so we can't see if there are any spots. Now, one could assume that if the wing is completely dark, then it's not Clogmia albipunctata, but just to be sure, let's use the other things. So the one thing that we have besides those spots is the shape of the wing. So we'll look here, and the wing I can see is rather narrow, and the tip of the wing is quite pointy relative to what we see here. Here it's pretty round. This is much narrower than that. So we can say with some confidence that this is not albipunctata, and it might not even be Clogmia. This next example, so first off, remember we want to look for the spots in the wings. We can see here that there are spots in the wings. Second thing, of course, is the shape of the wing. We want to see that it's round. I would consider this round, and it's rather wide. And we can compare this to this example, which is a lot more pointy and narrow. Next. So first off, look for the spots. I don't see any. If you don't see any spots, I would recommend looking at the wing. You can see here that's still pretty wide, but it is rather narrow, and it's pointy at the end compared to here, compared to this. There is definitely a difference in shape and width. So here we have a really blurry photo. It's very small, you can't really see much detail, but we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna look for the spots first, of course. Right here, I think I see one, right here I see one, right here I see one, right here I see one. Now, you don't need to look at all the wings. We saw here that there doesn't seem to be a spot over here, but there is one here. So as long as you can see the spots on one wing, you can be pretty sure that it is the bathroom mothfly. And just to be sure, I'll check the wing, and it looks to be rather wide and round. This individual, same thing. We really cannot see any spots here, so we'll check the wing. And from my point of view, it looks to be very, very pointy and very narrow. We can compare that to here. There's definitely a difference in shape and width. So that's it. That's all you need to know to identify a species. It's a very simple identification, very unique and beautiful species, although I know many people don't like them because they do live in sewage. So yeah, we'll be using this along with an identify link that I will provide on the meeting on the 28th to identify Clogmia albipunctata, the bathroom mothfly. I hope to see you all there. Thank you for watching.